Hey everybody, Karen Anderson here with Aortic Hope for our week in review. It's our weekly week in review. And before we get started, please click like. You know where it is. You know where to find it. Down there. Click like. Click subscribe. Click the little bell so that you're notified every time we go live so that you don't have to try to rely on your already affected memory. It'll let you know for you, right? So do that so that you know when I'm here and I'm going live. What we do here every week is we go over the posts of the week before and give you an opportunity to kind of like chat with me, chat with the community, let people know what you think, contribute, possibly win prizes. It is the season of giving, right? It's now officially December. So 'tis the season of giving. What do I have? I have stuff to give away. I got stuff. I'll find stuff. I just need to find a winner. So, Joshua, would you please keep track of who contributes with us today? And then we're going to just like pick one and I'm just going to send a surprise prize. Hey, like that.
I
I'm not
like I
saying
like
anything.
it when you give things away, but I also have to
Yeah,
feel like I keep having to remind you. You want to promo this.
I know,
You want to
but
promo this.
I can't think of everything. I'm just getting back from a trip. And we're going to talk about my trip at some point, even though I was told that people don't like to listen for one whole hour, but this community does like to listen for an hour. And you want to hear about how it's a small world after all. I don't know what was worse, having that song or having Loathing from Wicked in my head, which in public, I tried to do the dance routine from memory that I've not yet perfected off of TikTok and Instagram. And I pulled out the left hip and wrenched something on the right, and it left Terry in stitches. So it was a good way to begin the evening with me hobbling into the movie theater, but more about that later. So December, if you were unaware, other than December and September, all of our months, we share posts about medical related stuff, tips and tricks to get you motivated to move your body, therapeutic Thursday information, um, feel good Friday posts, survivor stories, resources that we have to offer the community, and we just chat. But for September, Aortic Disease Awareness Month, yes, month, because why? Because you cannot teach somebody or share somebody all of the information that has to do with the entire organ that is the aorta in one day or 1 week. Because we don't focus on just one area because aortic disease can happen and strike in any area of the aorta. So we want to make sure that you're prepared and you understand what's going on with this disease element. But December, so I had a candy apple last night. I think the sugar's still with me. December is the month of hope and joy. And we want to talk about things that get you thinking, like of these topics, of these questions. What actually makes you feel hopeful and joyful? We don't want to talk about any of the smack. We don't want to talk about anything that's going to maybe bring you down or stress you out unless we come across a really important article that we will break through and give you that breaking news. It will truly be breaking news, just not a sentence that's used every day, all day on various news channels. But this is going to be fun, lighthearted, fun conversations. Of course, we're going to start one that you can't see, and you'll understand what I mean in a minute. So let's start off. I don't know if we talked about this because for some reason we end our weeks on Sundays when we share with you. I don't know how that got started. Maybe we'll change it in January as because we all know the weeks start on Sundays. But this was on the 1st of December. And I'm bringing it up just so you know how it all works. Okay. So we talk about things, we reflect on things that bring us hope and joy. And during this month, every day, we're going to ask you a question, right? It's going to make you feel hopeful and joyful. And we're going to talk about your answers here. And I have a list of all of the winners. That participated on Facebook because we make it a contest on Facebook. What we do is we ask the question, and of the 40 to 70 responses, thank you everyone for really participating. We choose a winner of the day by random. And then at the end of the week, of all of those winners, we choose a winner of the week who gets a $25 gift certificate to our Hope Shop. So let's get started on the first question. We wanted everybody to post their favorite GIF or meme having to do with the holidays. You cannot see this right now. I'm not prepared. I didn't have it up. But I will say that I thought at first glance that the elf was giving you the finger. I have to say it. Now you're never going to unsee it. I'm just saying. And I got a little frightened, but he's not. It's a snowflake in a bad place. But the winner of who did answer these questions was Kathy Jacek. She had this very cute moving little GIF or GIF, same thing, tomato, tomato. And it was of peanuts, and it was them decorating a tree by Snoopy's house. And it was very cute. So she won that by random. Well, what I post, oh, I did answer this actually, just remembered. I posted Christmas Story, the dude and his tongue stuck to the pole. That was mine. Oh, glad I made you laugh. Do you have anything that you could think of that you would post?
For my favorite Christmas meme,
Yeah.
oh, it's probably in that same vein of it'll put your eye out.
Yeah, right?
I
They've got the
love that. I
best.
love that so much.
So good. The only other one that's really good is from Christmas Vacation, right? When the light comes on after the thing crashed in the window and uh what's her name? Louis Dreyfus, she's falls down. Anytime anybody falls down, I just lose my mind. I think it's hysterically funny. That's why Home Alone is literally one of my funniest movies around this time, because once they get going and everybody's getting hurt, like Joe Pesci and I can't even, like, I'm wheezing. When that iron hits the dude in the head, it's one of my favorite scenes. I think it's great. I love it.
Right.
Keep getting hurt.
And this goes into the Home Alone catastrophe, right? So that's
Yeah.
fun, right?
So funny.
Um, and then Die Hard, obviously, Christmas movie, one of the
Yeah.
greatest.
Mm,
Yippee
yeah.
ki Karen!
Yippee-ki-yay. Gotta say, but it all starts with we've just come through like Wonka and Wizard of Oz. Like, there's times a year when the great movies come on. Yeah, Wizard of Oz, you know it's fall, you know the holidays are around the corner. And yes, you have to sing the Munchkin. Yeah, you got to sing it. You got to do the Cowardly Lion. Like, you have to. Courage. You have to do it. My favorite scene out of that movie, just flipping the script here, is when they do a little buff buff here and a buff buff there. I love when they go to Oz and they get in the spa and he gets stuffed, and mesmerized with the horses who change color. I think it's my favorite scene. Love it. I love it right now as I'm sitting here. But that brings me to my point of when I was away with Terry for the International Aortic Symposium, and we got a chance to meet Rob Seltzer, our aortic chef, because he's not far from there. And he joined us at this conference, which was awesome because his physicians are based at a University of Florida and they were hosting this. So that was a lot of fun for him. When we got there our first night, Terry and I were daring, and at like 10 of 10, we just left and we went to go see Wicked. My second time, her third, but in 4DX. If you want to see a movie and have an you got to go to 4DX. First time I saw 4DX was Kung Fu Panda. I just had to see what it was all about. Very, very bad choice because you are poked and prodded and jostled and beat up because, Kung Fu Panda's hiya, everybody. This was, it was blissful. It was blissful. Every song had different meaning because you're like in it and your chair's swaying. And then at the very end, when they're doing the defying gravity, the wind's blowing in my hair, and it's like, come on, a broomstick. I had goosebumps. I had tears in my eyes. I highly recommend 4DX. Look for a theater near you. I think it's Regal. I think that's who does it. It's so good. I wish I would have seen Twister. I bet you, or Beetlejuice. They would have been good, but not as good as Wicked. It was great. All right, that's enough. That's our Monday. Anybody else with us that might want to tell us what their Monday would have been? Or is it too soon? Could be too
Oh,
soon.
well, hi, Tom. Hi, Velda.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Velda. Well, speaking of Velda, she does become a winner later in the week. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's. Hey, last Monday was Cyber Monday, y'all. 25% off and free shipping. That's what we had, but it goes until today, December 9th. You've got until tonight to get 25% off and free shipping. You don't even have to like redeem anything. It's already at the top. It's telling you it's already there. Like, boop, the button's right there. So if you want to get a great gift for a physician, a nurse, a loved one, a community member, because it's Secret Santa if you participated, Don't delay. Grab some of that swag today. Head on over to our Hope Shop. Click on the Hope Shops button on our website, and it will be the first shop that's indicated. It's a spread shop. Happy shopping. Have fun with that for your Cyber Monday. All right. Day 2 of Hope and Joy. All right. So day 2, let's talk about it. Which family member or friend makes you feel joyful or hopeful? Anyone? You go first this time, Josh. You got any friends or family that really just kind of,
Well, let's see. My favorite cousin, she's just hilarious. The thing is she's a giant nerd, right?
okay.
She teaches psychology, and once you're, in that realm of psychology, it's kind of a thing that they talk about all the time. So
Yeah.
she does a very good job of never bringing psychology up ever, right?
Okay.
And again, I mean, I study human behavior. I do, body language. I have, the whole social engineering of manipulating people. Yes, you, the
Mm-hmm.
audience. Those are my targets.
Right.
And so I'll say something, and she'll give me a look, and she'll be like, "We're not talking about work."
Okay.
But I know I'm onto stuff because she gets really proud looking, and it's adorable. She's great. And it turns out that without any prompting or without any anything from my side, I
Mm-hmm.
uh, I read this series of books called The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan when I was in high school, and she's much younger than I am,
Mm-hmm.
and so she's my mom's youngest sister's children.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
so when she's in high school, she somehow stumbles onto the same series. We don't talk about this because I was kind of busy. We're all busy.
Mm-hmm.
And we started catching back up. And she brought up the Wheel of Time. And I mean, you're talking like a 3-hour conversation that the entire rest of the family was shut out of. Right.
Wow.
Like, because I mean, I love this series. I love it. I at one point I've read it every year for several years in a row. It's just amazing. So Velda here says our Canada post is still on strike. No mail for anyone.
I
Okay,
know.
that's hard to hear, Velda. I don't like that.
It's so sad.
Yeah. Tom Nowetner, wife and grandchildren and Cooper are his friend and family members that give you
Okay.
joy and makes you hopeful. And so,
All
and then
right.
also, for me again, so it's my favorite cousin, hey Chelsea, and my best friend Richard. He's amazing. He's just one of the most impressive people I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't limit myself. I cannot. I have too many friends that are look tolerant of me. That's already makes me feel pretty hopeful that they're going to stick around for a while longer. I have that effect on people. And if I had to pick a family member, I mean, it's my kid. He's just so damn funny. He is. He's adorable. I'm sorry. I love my kid. Um, But this is all the time. It's not like just this time of year. It's my whole immediate family. If it was this time of year, just because we're so goofy, and this is a great year because Hanukkah is like the same day as Christmas. So what a treat! That doesn't happen all the time. So when we are doing our Hanukkah celebration, it'll just be a few days after Christmas, and they're just our conversations are 100% inappropriate. Um, and it just makes you laugh. And then when you laugh, you become more inappropriate, and it's just wonderful. I love it. I love it. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah.
Velda says, my best friend Elizabeth.
Oh, shout out to Elizabeth.
Right.
Hey, Velda, do you guys get mail in Canada to other Canadians, or you just strictly can't get international? That I'd like to know the answer to. While you're typing that, since we're on a delay, the winner of this was Lisa Hilgenkamp, and she said that her person that gives her a lot of joy and keeps her hopeful is her youngest daughter. She and her youngest daughter both have Loeys-Dietz syndrome. So when it's a good day, when her daughter's like smile is lighting up the room, and she can see that she's happy, she goes, that's like their best times together. And isn't that heartwarming? Very, very sweet. Okay. We're moving on.
Velda says no mail at all.
Can you imagine the size of your mail when it comes? I would be losing my mind. Like, what is in there that you're not seeing? So something special could be in there. I hope that it's magic. It's like Christmas magic and it all arrives to you on the 24th. That is my wish for Canadians. Then you get big packages of mail, probably a lot of junk mail. If it's anything like this country, it's a lot of junk mail. All right. Hey, did you know that like every Tuesday and Thursday for a while now, we've been showing these 2024 TSMA aorta chats led by Adam Ahmed. They are the Thoracic Student something association. Can't tell you. Don't remember what it is. Medical student, student medical. Don't know. I can't remember what it stands for. But this is hosted by Adam, who's wrapping up his 4th year as a med student. And this particular one that you can listen to featured Dr. Takayama. He's the chief of adult cardiac surgery at CUMC. These are all so interesting and not like some chats you find online where it just goes right over your head. Very easy to understand and some really good information. Adam has like a pretty set list of questions he asks when he interviews. And I really enjoyed listening to the patients, but I also kind of enjoyed listening to the doctor. So check that out when you get a chance. Okay. 31 days of hope and joy, day 4. All right. The question was, it was National Cookie Day. We missed one. I missed one. I knew I would. I missed day 3. All right, I'm pulling up day 3, you guys. So just bear with me because I know we missed day 3 and I got to give day 3. We're going to do day 3 right now and then I'll switch it to day 4. All right, so day 3 was what scent or what scents bring you joy? Any particular scent? I will say for me, because it's my turn and I'll go first. I love anything that smells like a spa. So you combine eucalyptus, spearmint, lavenders. If it smells like a spa, I'm like, I'm happy. It's like stops me in my track. That is my happy smell, 100%. Not apple pie and cinnamon sticks. Like I'm not like I don't want to walk into a store and smell pumpkin. I want to smell spa. Or Obsession cologne. That's what my husband wears. So yeah, what makes you happy and joyful? How's that? It's the truth. It's the truth. Any particular scent?
Oh wow, a particular scent that brings me
Yeah.
joy.
Yes, you.
Uh Especially in like the Christmas vein. You know that smell that comes off of wreaths? What's that smell?
Like pine?
Whatever that is, right? Like a fresh cut wreath or a fresh bound wreath.
Yeah. I think you
My
like pine,
my previous roommate, he
right?
was a before he got into like traveling sales and stuff, he
Mm-hmm.
would do farmers market. He was like the point of sale guy, right? And
Yep.
so it was one of those farms to stall situations. Well, when they ran out of produce in the fall,
Mm-hmm.
the guy just liked his ability to move product, and he was like, "I always come back. You have empty carts." He's like, "This is amazing. You text me really early in the day versus other people," because he's very gregarious, fun guy. So he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Would you like to help with the wreath making and selling of Christmas trees?" So he jumped from produce to Christmas trees in his second year there, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he comes home one day with a fresh wreath, right? And he goes, "Put this in your bathroom, and every
Mm-hmm.
time you take a shower, it'll steam it and you'll smell
Mm.
it." And so every morning after your shower, you're like leaving as you walk out of your bathroom, it just breezes with you that smell.
Nice. I never
Yeah.
thought to do that.
Yeah, crazy,
Huh.
crazy good. And then if you have allergies like me, you'll know that it's dead because your eyes will swell shut after you take a shower.
You did make me think. I do love this time of year when I go to the grocery stores and they have the bagged cinnamon pine cones. I do like to buy those and I put them in the different bathrooms and bowls. Those do smell good, but I'm still a spa person. Yeah. Oh, but I will tell you that Margaret Whelan won that one, and she loves the smell of homemade baked bread.
Oh, I hope I wasn't muted for that whole thing. I'm sorry if I was.
No,
No, for the audience. Velda here says lavender.
Yeah.
And Tom the Wetner says
Oh
Crown
God.
Royal.
Okay.
Damn right.
You know, I like the smell of Fireball, so I think it's in the same vein. Just
Okay,
you know,
see, and I didn't want to say, like, well, there's cinnamon right before I take my shots.
well, there is. All right. Well, hats off to Margaret on liking home baked bread. I probably would like that too if I smelled it. Yeah. There, yeah, I would like that too, but it wouldn't be my favorite. All right,
Okay,
but did you guys know
Molly.
what? What? Who?
Molly.
Hey, Molly. Hey, yeah, I didn't hang up on you. What I needed, I figured out just when you called me. All right, number 4. On the 4th was National Cookie Day, you guys. So, what's your favorite cookie? What brings you joy? I have a favorite cookie now, and it became my favorite cookie the minute I stepped foot into Edinburgh, Scotland. And those are those tea cookies. And they're little teeny like tea butter cookies with a dollop of phenomenal marshmallow, and then it's hard coated in chocolate. And I went through 6 boxes in a week. Yes, thank you. I'm proud. And they had 6 cookies in each box. Yes, I did in a week, 36 cookies. And might explain a couple pounds that are lingering on me, but it was worth every bite. I don't care. I don't care. I needed it. I ate it. I'm happy.
That's great.
That's my favorite.
Molly's answer to the previous question is champagne.
Oh, does champagne really have a smell that's that intense?
Whenever I have champagne, I put it in mimosas. So, like, half of a giant glass is champagne, and then some of it is orange juice.
Manmosas.
Manmosa. Manmosa. That's how you start your brunch.
Mimosa instead of a mimosa. Okay.
Well, those are dainty little stem glasses, and we,
Oh, you want a big whole hunker.
yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm not trying to
Okay.
make people go back to the kitchen 4 times.
Okay. Well, you know who won this? Joan Cooley. Joan Cooley that she likes chocolate chip with dark chocolate and sprinkled with sea salt. And love your answer, Joan. Thanks for playing. I am not a add sea salt onto anything sweet. You put sweet in this hand, you put salty in this hand. That's fine, but don't put them all together and try to put both combos. My brain can't handle it. I really cannot do it. I don't like salted caramel. I don't like me salted anything that's sweet. No. And cookies, I think I like the chocolate crisp. They're like chocolate cookie, but they are cracked in the center, got a little bit of powdered sugar on them for the holidays. I'm not a cookie person, except for the ones from Scotland. Yeah, those I like. But other than that, not sweets. No, not my thing. Just not my thing. All right, day 4. Let's move on to day 5. I did do it right. This was really cool when this is moving. This moves on Facebook and Instagram. It's so super cool.
Hold on, I think you're
Smile.
going
Like,
too fast for the chat
why?
here. Well,
Oh,
because Tom
people are playing
says
catch up.
rum cookie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
There's a theme going on with Tom. Crown Royal, rum cookie.
It's holidays.
Yeah.
Molly says, "Man, mimosas have vodka too," and she might be onto something. I never thought about
Oh,
that.
okay.
Okay.
All
Right.
right.
Tom's like, right, Molly. And my favorite cookies to date are when Chef Rob, the Aortic chef, taught me how to
Yeah.
make peanut butter cookies, and it's still a problem. I'm
But they're
still
like 2
fighting the urge.
ingredients.
The thing is it's like, let's just say you're making a pizza. You've
Yeah.
you've you've preheated the oven, you've thrown the pizza
Right.
in. That's going to be 25 minutes or whatever, right?
Sure.
Okay. You could just bake your cookies in the middle of that preheat process. Right? And then set those aside, throw the pizza in, wait 25 minutes, and you still have kind of warm peanut butter
Gooey.
cookies ready to
Yeah.
go for the evening, right? Or,
Sure.
let's just say you're going to wash the dishes, right? So, that's going to take
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes. In the same amount of time it takes you to wash the dishes, you can just quickly make your cookies, throw them in the
True.
oven, wash the dishes, and then pull
Cookies
cookies out
are
of the
done.
oven, and you reward yourself.
Yeah.
And this is a huge problem. This is why, it's whatever.
What's the problem? I
It's
see
a
no
lot of
problem.
cookies. It's a lot of cookies, is what it is.
It can be a lot of cookies, especially when peanut butter cookies are like the absolute easiest cookie in the world to make.
Yeah, and I put the dark chocolate chip right in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I could see that. Like a dollop of chocolate. And I don't even love peanut butter, but I do like peanut butter cookies. Is that weird? Yeah, that's
So
weird.
good. So good.
So good. All right. Question number 5. Season. Certain season that brings you hope or joy? I think every year my answer changes. I think it just depends on the year because right now I just do not like winter. I don't care that you've got holidays because it's just sometimes it's too warm, sometimes it's just too cold. I love when the leaves change. I love when it's like that 72, 75, but it's that autumn sun. So there's no humidity. Um, and I love spring. I just don't like winter. I like them all. Spring is good because I know I'm gonna get to go in the pool soon, and I'd like it better to be hot outside than to be cold, but I prefer to be cold inside versus hot. There's my final answer.
Fall, you know. Fall is
Yeah, fall's good.
the favorite sports to kick off, football,
Yeah,
hockey,
sure.
you know.
Yep.
Although I have to say these new rule changes in baseball are bringing a thing, I'm like looking forward to the spring,
Hmm.
these fast games, I love that. There's something about it. I can't believe
Yeah.
they didn't put a pitching clock in the way back in the day. It's indulgent, right? And you know who else got in trouble for this? The NFL
Hmm.
for making games last 3 hours. People are like, man, I'm trying to just watch a game and spend time with my
Right.
family, and you're eating into family time.
100%. That's
Yeah.
why you watch it after the games happen. You don't listen to social media so you can zip through all those commercials. Just go really fast.
Mm.
Football's ridiculous though. Football, like every time I fall asleep and have a really good nap and I open my eyes, I'm like, there's still 2 minutes left. Why is 2 minutes take like an hour? I'm gonna go back to sleep. Open my eye, I'm like, there's still 30 seconds. Well, a lot can happen in 30 seconds. I'm like, oh okay, God, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a
Indulgent.
fan.
Indulgent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Diane DePlato won the season, and she said spring because to her, spring means rebirth. The days start to get longer. I agree, Diane. I agree. And she likes the smell of flowers. So she gets it all in spring. For those of us that now have allergies, it's not necessarily our favorite. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else have anything to contribute? Going slower. Okay, well, we
Not
can
yet. Not
revisit
yet. Yeah.
that. Number 6, boop. But if somebody responds to 5, I want to hear it. All right, childhood memory. What brings you the most joy? What brings you the most joy from your childhood, Josh?
All right.
Do
So
share.
I might have shared this story once before, and
Okay.
it's the kind of story that ruins a season for you. As a young child, I lived in Germany. My father was in the military. We
Okay.
lived on the second floor. And so, for the first time in my life, I was born in Hawaii and we lived in Florida and California and Texas before this. I see
Mm-hmm.
snow, right? I'm about kindergarten age or so, right before kindergarten or what have you. And we're talking like 2.5 feet of snow. Now I
Mm-hmm.
know this because my father picked me up and threw me out over the balcony into 2.5 feet of snow in my underwear, right? And I am running around the outside of the building and running back in, and I am freezing. Okay. And I launch myself at my father, and he just throws me right back over the balcony, back into another fresh thing of snow. I hate snow today. I hate it. I hate it.
No
And here's the
wonder.
other thing, right? Like, we went to school in Germany before we moved here to the States. And so, my brother was 1 year ahead of me, and yeah, it's 3.5 feet of snow. And
Mm-hmm.
he is just forging a path through the snow to walk me to my school. And then he has to go another couple blocks to his school. And so,
That's crazy.
every, couple days, he's just out there and I'm shivering behind him. We come back to the States, and
Mm-hmm.
the concept of the snow day is introduced to me and my brother, and you could have melted snow with how hot we were about
Yeah.
thinking about, you mean They don't go anywhere. What is an inch of snow? What is that? What are you
Right.
talking about?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
not me and my brother. Mm-mm. We were like, snow days. These people are spoiled. What is
Yeah.
going on?
That's
So,
true. What
yeah.
a horrible way to be introduced to snow. That's
I hate
terrible.
snow today. I hate it.
I
I
know.
don't
I
like
don't
it.
like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. Mm-mm. No, my childhood memory, um, I think it's very different than yours. But it wasn't my childhood, like a childhood memory. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, which one would I think of? But if I'm thinking about like the holiday and a gift, um, I remember, so it was one of the nights of Hanukkah. There's nothing worse in Hanukkah than to get this great big present and it's just like two pairs of underwear and maybe like a PJ. And now you have to go to school and tell everybody, oh, I got this and I got this. I got underwear and pajamas. And you're like, I just want tomorrow to happen. Because you would just get one box. And if you hated it, you're screwed. Like you're waiting. And you see these big boxes and small boxes, and you don't have a concept that you don't know what could come into what box. But one night I got baby alive and boy was I happy. And I mixed up her food and her had her bottle and you would put it in her mouth and her mouth would go right. It would just make these sound. But she had a tooth. It wasn't a tooth, but it was a piece of plastic popped through. And if you put your finger in there, it would have like seriously chomped down. It could have really hurt you. So they took away my baby alive. They told me they took it to the baby hospital, and about like 7 days later, it got to come home, and its mouth was healed because it was another doll, of course. But God, I just could not. I would shove food in that baby's mouth just to wait for it to come out the diaper. Yep. I love that. Oh, such that and when I would get my little people sets. And then you just I mean, to this day, I'm 55. If I go into like a consignment shop or an antique store and I see little people, I grab the little people and I bounce them around. And in my mind, they're having full conversations. And we're going up the steps of the house and down the slide of the school and into the airplane. And then you realize, I'm in public. Probably not a great place to do. But if I had that at home, I for sure would be in this house by myself playing with the little people.
That's
Because kids,
adorable.
yeah, kids don't know how to play. You tell a kid, well, we were outside. It was my son and my niece and her boyfriend. My sister and I like, go play for a little bit. Just frolic, go play. And they all three stood there and they were like,
Like outside?
outside. We're like, play. They're like, hmm. I'm like, okay, tag, play tag, run, be free. They don't know what to do. Once they get past like just learning how to walk and parents shove these electronics in their hand, that's gonna be another conversation for a conversations with Karen. That's it. I saw kids in Disney, kids hanging out their stroller. They probably can't even walk a straight line, holding a phone, staring at like Dora. They're in Disney, Mickey's right there. They're just staring at the phone. They don't what kind of memories are they gonna have? First of all, they're not all of those kids are gonna need glasses because their vision's going to be busted by the time they become adults, just like their thumbs are from texting all the time. They don't know what it means to play. I can remember telling my kid when we moved to where I'm living now, we had lived in a condo, and then when I got married, we'd moved into the house. I was like, "Go outside and play." He's like, I don't not what? What do you want me to do?" I'm like, "You may not stay home and play any video. You go outside. We have a big creek in the backyard." He's like, "What do you want me to do?" I handed him a big spaghetti strainer. I'm like, "Go find a crayfish or something. Just stick it in the water and see what you find." And then I handed him a bucket of chalk. I'm like, "You cannot come in until there's a masterpiece on the driveway. Play. That's called playing. You go and you play wilderness, bang rocks together and make soup in a cup of water." Like, play. I don't understand. See, write that down. That's going to be a whole episode, you guys. I don't get kids today. I'm old. I just can't do it. Anyway, I'm done with that. Childhood
Okay.
memories. You know who won? Our very own Velda. Velda won because she was reminding all of us about when her and her dog Bella Oh, this is such a cute story, Velda, that you guys would build a snowman, but by starting off with like a snowball and you would just like chase it down the hill. And I guess if I'm getting this right, it would like roll and build momentum and get bigger and bigger. And this would be you and your dog doing this. That's hysterical. If I'm getting the story right from what I read, that's pretty darn funny. That's very clever. Good memory.
Right on.
Yes,
Tom
indeed
says
you do.
maple syrup ingredients, taping trees, boiling the sap, and making maple cream.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
I bet you that smells good too.
I bet you it tastes good. Yep. That sounds good. I like that. It's a good story. See, isn't this nice? We're not talking about atherosclerosis, T-bars, cardiac tamponade, malperfusion. Now we're talking maple syrup. It's good. All right. Lo and behold, this must have been a Thursday. There was another TSMA aortic chat. Oh, this time was with me. You don't want to hear that. Oh, yes, you do. Check it out. There's a link below. I can't even remember what we talked about, but I got stumped. He did not give me these questions ahead of time. So I really had to think about it, but I think I nailed it. I think I did good. So you'll have to tell me, but check that out when you get a chance. I really hope Adam or one of these med students that are part of this group decide to do this again next year because I find it all so very interesting. Very interesting. All right. That led us into what was our first Friday fundraiser. We're going to talk about the launch of our new seatbelt covers. So I don't know why I put 2026, you guys. It's for 2025. Don't know, but I screwed that up. That's on me. I did this post. All right. So we made some changes, and I'm going to unshare my screen for a second in a second. So, before we had everything from uh, blood thinners, pacemakers, abdominal aortic aneurysms, thoracic aortic aneurysms, aortic dissections. We had all of these different seatbelt covers. When the reality is, if we simply say aortic disease, that is more than enough. The belt in and of itself is enough, honestly. It's just to capture the attention of a first responder. If you were in a car accident, or if you fell down and you were hiking, or if you were biking and you had a problem and you're wearing this belt around a leash while you're walking the dog, whatever the case may be, this belt is going to capture the attention of someone. And we made it very simple with an $18 donation, 23 international, except to Canadians because they're bah humbug and they're not shipping right now. Neither is the EU. They're screwing stuff up too. But it is free shipping. And there's a donation link here as well. And if you go to our Hope shops, you'll see this under the Hope swag. We decided to make it very easy. Ta-da, here I am. And just go with red or black and two simple sayings. So the first one is just aortic disease. It has the universal medical alert symbol. It has our logo, and it is made just purely out of cloth cotton. It's not neoprene material. I tested it out for a while on my car, and ironically, here's some ASMR for everybody. Well, these were like the material of the first belts we had dating way back when. And then that person changed her product line and we thought it was all great. But then she changed it and made it be $1 million for a belt. So we had to make a change. So we found a really wonderful company by a gentleman who created these because he's deaf. And he realized that when you're in the deaf community, for instance, if you get pulled over by a police officer, you need very quickly to let them know you're deaf so that they don't realize you're ignoring them. So he created something called Pull Over Pal. You could quickly put it in your car window and it says, I'm deaf. So then the officer knows that there might be some lag time in communication. And in addition, he created these belts. But when you check out the inside, the back on the inside of these belts, there is a plastic little folder in here and a pullover pal medical card. So you can pay attention to these questions or ignore them, whatever you want, but you have your name, your emergency contact, any allergies, specific medications. Really the only ones that the doctors care about are really the blood thinners and any other medications that you believe would negatively react with other common medications that might be given in the hospital, blood type, if you know it, and any other additional information you want somebody to know. So you can put that right in here. And trust me, the first responders know to take a look at the inside of these bell covers, just like they do the backs of the Lawrence Hope bracelets. So that is red. You can get aortic disease in red or black. So this completely covers whether you had your valve replaced, whether you have an aneurysm, or you've had a dissection. It's all part of aortic disease, everybody. So if you say this, somebody's light bulb's going to go off. And we're still carrying the medical alert. So the medical alert also comes in black or red, same style, same design, black or red. And that's great too, because if you know somebody that has another medical situation, that works just fine. That would work just fine for aortic disease as well. It's whatever you're comfortable with, but we have these. They are now available, everybody. This is a great time. I promise you, if you order today, you will get them before Christmas. Today's the 9th. Hey, if you order them by the probably by the, I'd say don't go any later than the like 18th. I'll make sure you get them by Christmas as well, or Hanukkah, or whichever holiday you celebrate. So these make great gifts too. So check that out. Let's go back to sharing here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that was First Friday fundraiser. All right, I'm gonna let Josh take this one away because I was gone in Florida, so I didn't get a chance to see Kevin Gibson. We had a nice teaser going on with him. So tell us a little bit about Kevin and his Survivor
I
Series.
had a wonderful after chat with Kevin. First off, he's one of those individuals that after this happens is just kind of glowing with enthusiasm about everything that's going to happen next. And he was very open about, like, the struggles of getting back on his feet. He was very open about the ICU psychosis, where he said what he said, and I was like, it's later on during the Q&A session, I was like, we've heard these stories, and on one hand, we've heard the story of so and so is being operated on by aliens, or they're harvesting organs. But
Right.
then we also have had, a different story where the girl thought that she was in a game show, and if she knocked the water sprinkler system out of the ceiling, she was out of the show. That was how to win, and she flooded a couple of rooms,
Oh my
and she's
gosh.
like a legend. When they come back, they're like, there she is, and so it's crazy what the mind
Yeah.
will do in these situations.
Oh
But I
yeah.
mean, he is just big smile, and I mean, he just does not look like he's in his 50s. He doesn't look like he's got children that are in their almost 30s.
Mm.
Like, he just, and his wife, 2 minutes before we're about to go live, he gets on and he gets situated, and she comes into the room and he's like, "You gonna come sit with me through this?" She's like, "No, it's your show." And I go, "I would love it if she sat in with us." And you could just
Did
hear her.
she?
Yeah, she goes, "I'll go get a
That's great.
chair."
That's funny. That's great.
She was
I'm gonna
great
have to go
though. She
check it
was
out.
great. Yeah. The two of
Okay.
them, wonderful people, and I'm so glad he's going to be a great addition to our support group. So I hope so. And
Wonderful.
it's interesting because for some people they don't need support, right? And I'm like,
Hmm.
that's a great blessing. I don't know where you get that. That's a wonderful thing. You come through this. For you, this was a
Yeah.
bad day and you're loving life. And
Hmm.
if you're that person, bring that light to our support groups,
Yeah.
because some people need to hear how not terrible it is, or at least
Right.
that you can endure and get going.
Oh,
So
sure.
he did a
There's
great
a lot
job.
of people. I think there's a lot of people that keep going back and reading their medical records, and they harp on this circulatory arrest began at this time and ended at this time, and they're like, "Wow, like my heart was stopped." I might not have ever woken up, and I'm like, "But you did." But I might not have. I'm like, which world do we want to stay in? The fact that you might not have, even though you're still here because you keep telling me you might not have, or we move on from it because it didn't happen. And it is scary at first when you read the words, your name next to the idea that you were basically just only alive because of a piece of machinery. But then it's over. It's like you're already past that. And I think a lot of times we do it to ourselves, but we don't realize we're doing it to ourselves. So I love that attitude that you're saying that he has. And I can't wait to watch it. And if any of you that are watching, um, first of all, if you want to see more, all of the Survivor series, you'll find if you're on our website down the right hand column, you can click on Survivor. They're all there. But you can also go on our YouTube channel here
Oh,
and
oh.
look up under the playlist. What? Oh,
Hover your cursor over the word programs.
what? Here? Ah, it's right there. Look at that. So does it come up in both places?
What do you mean?
The Survivor series? Like, and down the right-hand side?
Oh,
What?
that's a straight to the YouTube playlist.
No, it isn't.
Hmm.
Yes, it is. Look at that. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is Disney magic. Everybody who's been part of the Survivor series, all here. Look, right at your fingertips. Easy peasy for you to take a look at. That's wonderful. And if you want to be part of this Survivor series, which I highly encourage that you are, you can do it by writing out your story, perfectly acceptable. You could do a pre recorded video, or you can be really brave and go live and then answer some questions from your peers. It's very therapeutic. I promise you that. It could be emotional, and that's totally normal and okay. But it's also very validating for those of us that are listening or reading because we find a lot of commonalities with your story and our own, and we tend to learn a lot too. It just helps us to ace our healthcare journey because we can listen to what you've done, and it helps us advocate for ourselves and communicate and educate as well. So that's the Survivor series. Go check it out. Hover over programs, y'all. Looks like all of our different chopped up areas, our different programs are underneath of here at your fingertips. God, Josh, brilliant.
Those are our
Watched.
most followed. Yeah, obviously
Yeah,
the patient guide. We need more people to get in there and like those videos. All of them.
please.
There's a bunch. But
Yeah.
I mean, people we talk about the Aortic Kitchen literally every week.
Yep.
Um, the live Q and A's. I mean, we get our most views on every live Q and A.
Yeah.
Right? Survivor
It's
Series.
great.
Molly, she's like, I just sent it to a cousin, and they watched every single one of them,
That's
and
awesome.
so they're compelling stories, right?
That's great.
Kevin Songer, Gifted, Week in Review, Greatness,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all wonderful. Very good. All right. We are moving on to day 7.
Oh,
Day 7. Ba, ba, ba,
hold the
ba, ba.
horses. So Molly said her favorite memory was waiting for Santa on the balcony, watching Rudolph fly by, flight 327 SFO to Phoenix or something. And for her help belt, she says, uh, my help belt included the name of my primary hospital. So if I'm out of town, they can call
Yeah.
that hospital for my records and history. Excellent,
That's great.
excellent idea. Yep.
Yeah. And you might also want to include your date of birth since now so many people ask what's your name and date of birth. I just thought of that as you said that to me because I know that the country's trying, at least in this country, we're trying to all get on the Epic system. It's slowly making its way from state to state to state so that no matter where I am, they can pull up Epic and see all of my files everywhere. So it's no longer based upon healthcare system as much as it's just the system to go to find people's records, test results, scans, and stuff like that. Date of birth would be helpful. Yeah. All right. Question number 7. Favorite outdoor activity brings you hope and joy. In the winter, that would be nothing. Thank you. Too cold. Too cold. Summer, stick me in front of a pool with a view of an ocean and a palm tree. All of those things in my line of vision brings me joy. Yes, it does. That's that. That's all I have for that. That is really, I could do that any time of year. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Top Golf.
Oh, you do like that? Okay.
Yes, yes. I had a brief addiction to golf in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was getting too big for my britches. I've hit 2 hole-in-ones in my life. Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
before I ever stepped foot on a golf course, I would take afternoons at the golf range and just bucket after bucket of trying to get this swing
Mm,
down.
yeah.
And like I knew I was doing a good job when the netting at the back of the range was getting splash damage from how far I
Mm-hmm.
was sending the ball.
Yeah.
Fast forward to hour long lunches. where we would go up to the golf range. We would order like whatever fast food nonsense, eat
Right.
that in the car, then spend 45 minutes hitting golf balls and then head
That's a
back to the
smart
office.
idea.
It was a
That's a
good
smart
time. It
idea.
was a very good
Yeah.
time. So when
Yeah.
Top Golf came out, now it's a video game, and we're putting two things that I love together.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's true.
bam.
That's true. I do like mini. I'll mini golf.
No.
I tried golfing once and I was like, "Why I'm hitting a ball and just chase it and go hit it someplace else." But what I mean, I get the appeal from a visual standpoint. Every golf course you can play the same golf course over and over, and every game is different, of course. But visually, if you get a good place that's got a lot of deer and it's just beautiful scenery, I would like to just be the driver of the cart. I'd be happy with that. I'll just drive and eat while you guys hit the balls, and then I'll pick you up. If that's a job, I'll take that one.
The
All
caddy
right.
driver, your
That's me.
cart
It's what I want to
girl.
be. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just like throw a foot up on the dash and just be like, hey, here we go. Um, Pete Hill won that one. He said that he loves sitting outside during the day on a nice warm day, and he likes to read a book. Something about the book. I can't remember what the word was he used, and I think it makes it all. It could be it could be an electronic book, maybe, but it wasn't electronic. It was a different. I don't remember the word. Sorry,
Kindle.
but it was a book. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It was a big word. I think it had at least 2 or 3 syllables.
Those
And
book
I didn't
people.
those book people, damn it. All right. That's day 7. Um, so day 8. No. How do we do day 8? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because we end our weeks on Sundays. That's why. But I'm not going to do day 8 because I just gave you day 7 and we didn't have oh, I know I did this to remind me to tell you that the winner of week 1 was Joan Cooley, and she won a $25 gift certificate to our Hope Shop. So she can take advantage of that percentage off and the free shipping if she orders and uses that gift certificate. If she gets back in touch with us and uses it today. But then if it's not today, there'll probably be another sale. We're popping up sales for the rest of the month, so we'll see. All right, what's today? The 9th. What do we got? Hey, Marfan Foundation. I'm so a blur because I was gone because we haven't even talked about my trip. I'm like, I don't even know what day it is. So coming up this week, um, first of all, you guys, if you want to attend the support group meeting tomorrow night, Tuesday the 10th at 10 p.m. Eastern, Dr. Pedro Catarino from Cedar Sinai is going to be attending. He's going to be hanging out with everybody for a little while, answering some questions you guys might have, giving you some thoughtful suggestions on ways that you can talk to your own physician about something that might be going on in your day-to-day life, and sharing some of the latest and greatest stuff that's going on. So we'll make sure we get that link to Dr. Catarino. But then on Wednesday at 5 p.m., we've got the Marfan Foundation is actually going to be going over how you can use mindfulness to increase joy with our very own Tom Basserier. He's teaching using mindfulness to increase joy. So thank you, Marfan Foundation, for showing this and creating this event. We love when anybody in the community has an opportunity to use mindfulness to decrease their stress. And then, as always, on Thursdays, we have our Therapeutic Thursdays with John Quick, community member, survivor, and now therapist based out of Spain. Is that correct? Spain? Yeah.
Yep, Spain.
And he just, on live, taking your questions, taking your thoughts, talking about some topics, probably a lot of topics as we go into the holiday season. Then we have our hangouts every Tuesday at 2 p.m. And we've got an aortic kitchen this week. We've got an aortic kitchen with Rob and Mindy, and I don't remember what it was. The app. No,
This one is holiday entertaining, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting. Okay, holiday entertaining.
then the next one in the following week is
New
going to
Year's
be
Eve
New Year's
brunch.
brunch. Yep.
Yep, excited for that. And I did get a chance to meet Mindy, and it's just so fun when you meet people face to face and you look at them for a second, you're like, yeah, you pretty much are exactly like you are online. You look exactly the same too. I don't know what I'm always expecting, but all right, looks like we have penciled in a live Survivor series with Christopher Mouse. Mouse. Mm.
Mars.
Mars. On the 14th at 7 p.m. Qigong is every Sunday at 12:30. Weekend reviews, as you know, are Mondays at 3. And what else do we have? Anything? Oh, we have it's not up. Where is it? We do have an aortic artist. Hold on. How did that not make it up here? You guys, we have an aortic artist this month. I'm going to tell you exactly when that is and why did I miss it? But I did just get the list of supplies, and I can tell you, yeah, no, it's December 18th. It's December 18th at 7 p.m. and I will be adding that December 18th, 7 p.m. on this channel. It just didn't make it up here. Okay. So we are going to be decorating wine glasses, and I saw some of the designs. And so all you need to get is a wine glass, which you can get at the dollar store. And you need to get glass paint. I don't know if the dollar store or Five Below sell glass paint. It is a specific paint that makes it, I guess, probably dishwasher safe, or it just stays on the glass. I don't really know, but I was told glass paint. So you might have to go to Michael's or Walmart. We try to make the supply list really inexpensive. Mod Podge, but you can get a little container of Mod Podge from Target or Walmart, and it'll last you for all of next year for a variety of different projects that she's going to do. If you want to use glitter, get a couple little containers of glitter in the colors that you want. But we're going to do one that looks like it's snow, that it's like Santa on the stem. We can do one for New Year's Eve. We're going to do one that I think looks like green, like the Grinch. So pretty cool looking wine glasses. So no longer do you need those little wine glass charms. No, just paint a bunch of different wine glasses and then nobody's going to forget which one they had, right? Which makes it kind of cool. And I think that was it for this month. I think it's just a month of fun in December before we hit January, and we hit it hard. So that's all I have. I will tell you briefly about my trip. The International Aortic Symposium was wonderful. Got a chance to have great conversations with the University of Florida. We were situated right next door to the John Ritter Foundation. It was nice to see them have a booth. We've been at this now, having booths since 2019. So this was a surprise for us, but it was great. They had a representative with them that was a Secret Service agent that found out he had a 5.6 aneurysm. I don't remember if it was caused by a bicuspid valve, but it was a scheduled surgery. And that kind of was a career ending, I think, situation. He just had that surgery 6 weeks ago, and he was sitting there at that table. I was blown away, blown away. I would have been still sleeping all day. So, but he was there. He's from that area, from outside of Tampa, and met up with a lot of the medical device companies and had some great conversations. And then when we weren't working, we were playing just a little bit. We went to Universal, even though Terry and I are not huge Harry Potter fans at all. You cannot help but be awe-inspired when you walk through that. I mean, and then you take the train over to the other land. It's like pretty unbelievable. And yes, there were some rides we could go on. We did go on 2 coasters, and they were not fast. Although Gringotts has a 25-foot drop right off the start, but it doesn't go more than like 20 some miles an hour, but it's so good. It's so fun. I just laughed and squealed like a little piglet, but we had a really good time there. We were done everything, 2 parks, between 9 and 6. We were finished. And then we just complained how bad our feet hurt the rest of the day. And then we did do Magic Kingdom. And other than the memories, the nostalgia, I mean, because who doesn't love Haunted Mansion or Pirates of the Caribbean or, oh my God, my favorite, Peter Pan? It's and we did not do It's a Small World. I could not stand the hour-and-a-half long wait. I just thought, I don't need to hear the music over and over in my head. But I love Hall of Presidents. It makes me teary-eyed. And I love the Carousel of Progress. It was the only time in my life I've ever sat dead center in the front row for the Carousel of Progress. My eyes were like saucers, and I just was like, this is so great and so fun. I loved it so much. But I hate, there's just too many people. There's so many human beings. And basically, scooters have become adult strollers. I get it when you need it, but there's a lot of people that just didn't want to carry their packages, so they rented scooters. And so you're like dodging scooters and trying not to trip over kids and strollers. And there's just it's just people everywhere, ears everywhere, breathing, lots of breath going on. It's just a lot of people. I don't like a lot of people. So then if we weren't there, we were at the pool. And this pool at the Hyatt Grand Cypress was gorgeous. They had caves and grottos and pools that left the open area and then went and swam through those with hidden hot tubs. And the only issue was that they were not heated. So, they just had a massive cold spell. So these pools, except for one, was like an ice bath. You could not even put your foot in. It was painfully cold. The hot tubs were amazing. And it was right off of a lake that had, canoeing and stand-up paddleboard. You got to love it. Stand-up paddleboard with a sign on the lake that says, "Beware, could be alligators and snakes in the lake." Why would you allow somebody to be on a stand-up paddleboard? And why would you choose to go on that paddleboard, even if you're a master at it, knowing that that sign exists? So, which is it? Because why would you take that risk as a hotel if there could be an alligator or a crocodile to let somebody possibly fall into that lake and then get eaten away? I can't figure it out. But the lake was nice and it had sand and there was catamaran, like little sailboats and stuff like that. And so if we were not in bed at 9 o'clock watching Rudolph, which we did do one night and ate sushi in bed, and there was only one night I fell asleep before Terry, and she said she turned over. She was like, "What's your answer?" And I was like, sitting upright, out cold. Every night she was asleep before me, 100%. And she rolls over just like a man, and she's out cold. We room very well together. We destroy a room very well and very quickly together too. But it was great. We had a really nice time. The connections were wonderful. Getting to meet Rob and Mindy face to face it was wonderful too. And getting some time in the sun while all of you up here in the Maryland area were in the 20s.
It was the
No,
worst.
thank you. I heard it was bad.
I found out it snowed a couple of times.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you? Oh, you're not in town, I guess.
No. I was in town. I was just very, very busy. Very, very busy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have messaged you Chris Mouse's teaser. If you want to click that link and bring it up and see if maybe we can share that. Yeah. Now, did you make sure that you have include sound and optimize for video selected?
I got to figure out where to find that.
Okay, first let's open up your chat and then just click that link.
I am in chat. I see no link.
No, not that chat. I didn't open up this chat. That would ruin the frame.
No, you want me to go to my mail. So I have to open up my mail.
No,
there it goes. No?
Teams. Our regular, ongoing.
Yeah, I'm in. I just clicked on chat.
Go ahead and stop sharing. There you go.
I'm in chat.
Okay, now I will put it in chat.
Then you want me to share with sound?
Yes. There you go.
I can do that. Which screen is it? It's opening up, so I got to move it up here. Got to do a little maneuvering. Gonna click. Oh, wait. I'm going to rewind it. Hold on. I don't want you to hear any of this because do this. I'm there. I'm almost there. It's doing its thing. I need it to start over again. So meanwhile, I will prepare to share with including my sound.
And to optimize for video, which you won't see until after you get the share up.
Yes, but I have to figure out how to rewind.
You click on the time drag. You can drag that line at the bottom of the thing.
I see no line. Oh, there's the line. Okay. We're here now. We're rocking and rolling. Technology. Do y'all see that? Yeah. I did it right. You ready to see how right I did it?
Nailed it.
Away we go.
I want to thank you for the opportunity of being able to tell my story about my aortic dissection. I'm Christopher Moss. Had a dissection in 2019, which is a story that continues to go on and on. It has a huge impact on my life, and I hope the story has an impact on yours. I'm going to be speaking on December 14th at 7 p.m. I hope to see you there.
Good job. Did you guys all hear that?
I heard it. I
Good.
heard
Then
it.
I did it right.
And he
I
was
did it right.
so eager to tell me his story that I got like the 30-minute preview of his story. Amazing. It's going to be fun. And he's a great storyteller. So this is going to be even better when he goes live.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very exciting. All right, that's all I got. I have a lot of stuff to catch up on now. So yeah. Hey, you know what you guys though might want to think about? And we're going to talk about this next week. If you're thinking about getting a gift for somebody in the community, you're a caregiver or you know somebody, whether they have aortic disease or any other medical condition, listen, you might want to really consider a Lawrence Hope medical ID bracelet. This is my gold tag. And these are two separate bracelets I have attached. This one is actually a silver color with 12 karat gold plated, yellow gold plated in between. So I always take off this one and then reattach it to my silver tag that has this in silver. So it's a mixy matchy. I get so many compliments on this because if it hangs like this, they just think it's bracelets. But you can even probably, nope, you can't if I go that close. No. But you can see, look how well defined the letters are on the back. And I'm having some issues with this, right? So even me I don't have my eyeglasses on, I can pretty much read what's on the back of this. I absolutely love these bracelets. I literally now that I think the problem was I needed a bracelet that I really, really loved. All of them are great, but this one right here resonates with me so much that I want to wear it every single day. I forget that I'm wearing a medical ID. So much so that it's so hard because I have to remember to take it off before I take a shower or before I go into the pool because I don't want the chlorine, because this is real mother of pearl and I don't want the chlorine to impact it. So you might want to consider checking them out. You want to use the link that's underneath of our Hope Shop. Scroll down, you'll see the Lawrence Hope post, and then there's a link in there. Yes, it is an affiliate link, which means that Aortic Hope will receive a small kickback from your purchase, but that will not change the fact that you can receive a discount. They always run sales, 20%, 25% off, free shipping, whatever the case is. But go ahead and click on that link and check out some of the items they have. I looked at some of the new inventory. Well, let me put it to you this way. My husband was like, Karen, I can't seem to get the link to work off my phone. I have all these protections. Go order what you want for the holidays. And I added like a couple more charms than what I originally told him. So I walked away. I bought 3 charms and they just clip on with a clasp like you would find in a necklace. So I got 3 hanging charms. This one doesn't have one. The other one has a clamshell with a pearl. And I just ordered a paw print because of my pennied girl. And I ordered one that is silver that says hope. And I ordered a sparkly butterfly because I just like the sparkles. So yeah, I just ordered 3 charms to go on all my bracelets. So it's good. It's bad. It's becoming a really bad habit, but it's a good one because it's pretty. And then I wear my tags and then I feel protected. So something to think about when you're thinking about the swag. And don't forget, you still can shop today with that percentage off plus free shipping. And that's all I have for this week's Weekend Review. So please don't forget to click like, click subscribe, click the bell so that you're notified the next time we go live, and share this because I guarantee you someone's going to find something very thought-provoking when they see this post that you share. So again, thanks so much, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Take care. Bye.